van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and here. Good thing, Sarah, this canyon right here.
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone how wide open it is. It's incredible.
A couple of questions. So. Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the best, basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.
God bless everybody that is watching. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America, people. Breaking news coming in from Tapachula. Tapachula, the border that is connected to Guatemala. The same border that we have visited 3 times already in Ciudad Hidalgo. That is the municipal city that connects to Guatemala, where there is a lot of trafficking of people, a lot of irregularities in that border. There is a lot of illegal activity at that border. And today, our colleague that we have worked for more than 3 years already, almost 3 years, which I met in Tapachula. That is our colleague Carlos Lopez. He's a 20-year journalist with a lot of experience. And he's been broadcasting in Tapachula for the longest time. He knows a lot of people over there, the military. He knows a lot of people, politicians. And today he received a threat because he discovered a trafficking ring or a smuggling. Let me put it in better words. A smuggling ring in Tapachula, and he posted this abuse towards people that is happening in the city of Tapachula, and he immediately received a post. Carlos Lopez is from NAU Noticias, that's NAU Noticias, from Chiapas. This is my friend right here, Carlos Mejia Lopez. This was at a restaurant in Tapachula, as I have enjoyed his beautiful company all the times that I go to Tapachula. This is one of the pictures right here. And this is another picture that I took of him when we were going up the mountains in La Sierra, in the mountains of Chiapas. This is Carlos Lopez, who has been reporting extremely transparent of what has been happening in the borders And today he did a report on the specific smuggling of African people in through the Guatemala border into our country of Mexico. And immediately, Carlos Lopez received a text on his page, on his website, received a text like this. And on the bottom, you see small letters. But I will translate the small letters of the threat of the smugglers to the Now Noticias page and also ultimately directly to Carlos Lopez. The threat goes and says this: you have an hour to eliminate the statement of the border of Hidalgo. You have an hour to eliminate the statement and also the complaint of the border of Hidalgo that connects to Guatemala before your reporter is going to end up on a plastic bag. This was a threat to the reporter, journalist Carlos Mejia Lopez directly from, a smuggler or a smuggling group. That particularly, it was a direct threat to him and his website and also his chain of news. That on that website, these people don't know that all the journalists from Tapachula in Chiapas are connected to this website. This is how these people don't know who they just, attacked. They attacked the whole organization of journalists of Chiapas. Specifically, if the message was thrown into the message box of Now Noticias, which is a union of journalists, the board of journalists in Tapachula, Chiapas. Our friend and colleague discovered this message after he was reporting about this, and I will show some pictures of what he reported. And this is the message again by the smugglers directed to him. It says, you have an hour to eliminate the claim or the statement at the border of Hidalgo before your reporter is, if you don't do that, your reporter is going to wake up on black bags, on trash bags, meaning that they are going to dismember his body and put him on trash bags. This is how bad it is over here. A lot of you guys don't understand how bad it is to report on what is happening on this mass migration that is a multi-billion business that is taking advantage of migrants, and that ultimately there is a lot of advantages. This is what the administration of AMLO has been incompetent to protect the borders of Mexico. And not only that, this is what the administration and the current administration of the United States of America, it is incentivizing to continue to happen by profiting and sending the $4 billion to nonprofit organizations, and ultimately also by continuing opening their border in the United States of America. You are incentivizing for this to continue, and ultimately you're incentivizing for this to move forward and to never get stopped. This was the message directed to our colleague and friend Carlos Mejia Lopez, as he is right here. We're just having a little meal right here on that day, reporting. And this is what he reported today. For everybody to know, there is a statement from where he did his report. This is where, the inspection was being done by these motorcycles that they are transporting, and they're moving people from Africa, from the border of Hidalgo. That is the border that is connected to Guatemala. They're moving them from them. They're moving them from there, from the border of Hidalgo to Guatemala, to the other side of the city of Tapachula, cheating on the visa transit and ultimately not going with the process of the visa transit. So this is the report that our colleague Carlos Mejia Lopez did on, this is the address particularly where the motorcycles were found. And this is the report that he did, and I will translate as he did this report. He said around 1,000 to 1,500 people no, around 1,000 to 1,500 pesos. That is what the tricicleros, the tricycles, the ones that you guys have seen me when I have gone to Guatemala. There is a way to transport and move yourselves over there in Guatemala. There is a tricycle that has a boot in front, and you get transported. It is like a taxi on wheels, taxi on a tricycle. And it's saying right here between 1,000 and 1,500 pesos. That is what the tricycles from Frontera Hidalgo are asking and are basically they are taxing, or they are that is the profit of them transporting people from Africa. That is what they're charging. The border of Hidalgo, Chiapas, people that they dedicate themselves to work on motorcycles, habilitated for for passage, for for people to move forward, to move from one point to another as a taxi. Now they are charging between 1,000 and 1,500 to move migrants from Haiti and also from Africa, to get them out of the river Suchiate, that is between Guatemala and also Tapachula, and to take them into the Hamaca, that there is another place, so they can continue the road to the municipal city of Tapachula. So they will exit illegally from the part of Tapachula. According to the statement from the people of the border of Hidalgo, there is a stop. There's a bus stop by the name of 21 of March, and El Canton Texcaltic, municipal city of Hidalgo, that has converted into practically a passage of migrants, extra-continentals, that they are specifically from Haiti and also another ones from Africa. This has continued to be an enormous business for these people to be transporting these migrants illegally into other parts of the city. Also, he adds that the people have asked the intervention or the intermission of the Institute National of Immigration, so they can go and do their rounds and check, and also to the National Guard, so they can investigate the tricycles and they can investigate the motorcycle transporters, as they are asking for 1,000 and 1,500 pesos per person to move them from the border of Ciudad Hidalgo from the border of Ciudad Hidalgo, that is Suchiate River, into the outsides of Tapachula. The people that they live in that part, specifically in Ciudad Hidalgo, have demonstrated their anger, and they are really upset of this situation, knowing that the immigration officers, they have not done anything. And and now they're speculating that a lot of immigration officers, they are corrupt and also collided and working with these motorcycle movers or motorcycle smugglers, that they are moving Africans, and also they're moving people from Haiti outside of Ciudad Hidalgo. He also asked, Carlos Lopez, he adds that the majority of the people have put claims to the Institute National of Immigration, to the National Guard, and nobody has done anything. After this, after he reported all of this, and I will show some pictures of what he took pictures of. This is the National Guard right here, practically detaining one motorcycle. This is the National Guard right here detaining other motorcycles right here. This is the people that they have been detained on irregular crossings on the tricycle. These are the motorcycles that they were detained, also trafficking the people into irregular places. And this is the other people that they were found, and they were trafficked or smuggled. Let me correct my language. Smuggled outside of Ciudad Hidalgo into outside of Tapachula. Also, after that, after reporting that, this is the threat that he received. Immediately on his message box, he received this message. They said to him, "You have an hour to eliminate the claim and the statement that I just said to you and the pictures. They told him you have an hour to eliminate that from the border of Hidalgo. The report that you just did, the written column that you just did, you have an hour to eliminate it. And if you don't eliminate it, you don't want your reporter to end up in the morning in a black trash bag. That was the threat into our colleague and reporter Carlos Mejia Lopez, as he has been reporting for quite some time. He has 20 years of experience in journalism. He has more than 20 years. When I talked to him, when I first met him, he had 20 years. Now he's 23 years of experience on this. So 23 years of experience on journalism, and they are putting a threat to his life. I already talked to Carlos right now, and as I was talking to him, he's really calm, and he told me, you know what, the authorities already know what is going on, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. They're not going to scare me, and they know that I'm not going to go away. I'm going to fight this because this is illegal. This is bad, what they're doing to our city. You know, it is. And he told me also, the last time that you came over here, it was not like it is right now, Oscar. There are more than 60,000 migrants spread all over the border of Tapachula. 60,000, and they're coming more and more and more and more. This is not stopping, and it is continuing. And it is so upsetting that we are watching how these kind of threats are into a great person and a great individual like Carlos, that he's a great journalist, a threat to him for reporting the truth of what is happening in the border of Tapachula. But not only that, you get the border of Texas that is a complete collapse right now. Everybody's going in. And you have the Biden administration in the United States of America saying, let it happen. We are still in Biden and letting everything go. And everything is okay. And you have the president of Mexico not doing absolutely nothing for the protection of the south border. This is the country that is the most insecure, one of the most insecure countries in the world for reporters and journalists. And this is what I'm referring to. And it is ultimately a thing that is really disturbing, because it is amazing what they're doing at that. And I'm saying the word amazing. I always say the word amazing. It's increíble, incredible, but it's kind of related to amazing. It is incredible what they're doing over there. And this is a nonstop effect of enormous smuggling. And you have a lot of activists from the United States of America in this. You have a lot of people involved in this. And this needs to stop. This needs to stop. This is what I have said multiple times. Hashtag enough is enough. Hashtag enough is enough at the border. Hashtag is stop the colonization. I'm not even lying about this. This is enough. This is enough. And, you know, when you start to elaborate and discover some things, and when you start to elaborate and discover how they're working, there's a point when you receive this. And this is a threat right there directly to Naú Noticias, that Naú Noticias, for these people to not understand. In that group, I'm specifically in that group. And in that group, there's ministerial police. There's chief commanders. There's the people from the judicial system of Chiapas. There's multiple reporters of Chiapas. This is a big group. And that group is managed by different journalists, not only Carlos, different top-notch journalists in Chiapas. And I'm in that group, and you're watching how everybody's talking about it. And they're like, you know what? We're going to unite ourselves to get to the bottom of this, because you cannot put these kind of threats into people's lives, because they're reporting about the abuse of the system and how people are abusing this migration into their own profit. This is why I said the other day, if Joe Biden does not say enough is enough at the border and stop this, you get more smuggling rings and more smuggling groups created by the minute. And it is just created and created another group and another group and another group and another group and another and another and another, because they know that it's extremely profitable. This is why I have said it before, that the asylum and refugee right now, it is the most lucrative business that exists in the world. And it is not even a lie. It is the most lucrative business that exists in the world. And I wanted to do this informative report because this is a colleague of mine. This is a colleague also of Anthony. This is a colleague also of Ben Berquam. This is a colleague also of us. We have worked with them. And it is, for me, and particularly, as I met him, in my first trip, I did it with him without knowing him in person, only by phone. And this is a good guy. This is a really good guy that only wants to do things right, that has only been reporting on the reality and the truth about what is happening and the mass migration. Not only that, he's been reporting on abuse of people. He's reporting on corruption. He has been reporting also on politicians, on dirty politicians that they have taken advantage of Chiapas. He has been reporting on a lot of things. He is a great journalist with a lot of experience, 20 plus years of experience. And you cannot throw this kind of stuff into a person like that and think that everything is going to be, that's that. It's done. They already filed a police report. They already filed a ministerial police report. And they already filed a report to people that they are in the judicial department. The report has already been sent to the Institute National of Immigration. The report has already been sent also to the people that they are in charge of the raids of the National Guard. The report has been sent everywhere. And tomorrow is going to be publicized on the newspapers in Tapachula, because it is a horrible threat. As you're seeing right here, you have an hour to eliminate what you put in the border of Hidalgo before your reporter ends up in trash bags. This is not your typical average threat. So God bless our colleague Carlos Mejia, as we are putting right here on the screen. This is one of the trips that we did into Tapachula, and we had a good tacos right there, shrimp tacos we were having right there, shrimp tacos. And this is a picture of him that I took in the river, up in the mountains. So this is. This is not okay. This is not okay. And it's hard to acknowledge this kind of situations, because you're watching how this is developing in our country, and we receive multiple like this, multiple that you're in the live feed and they're like this and that, and I have received multiple also like that. My Oscar Blue team can tell you, they just put this, they just put that, they just send you this, they just send you that. And it's a nonstop. This is a nonstop effect. But it's because you have an agenda, and it is the agenda of open borders. And like Jim Bemby used to say, and like Jim Bemby still says, it is the open border mafia, Oscar. That is what it is. It is the open border mafia. God bless you all. Follow Border Network News. You can follow Border Network News at Instagram. You can follow Border Network News at Facebook, and also at Telegram. You can follow me at YouTube, my new YouTube channel, Oscar Blue Independent Media. Also, you can also follow me at Instagram, Telegram. Oh my God, se me olvidó, hijo de la jodida. ¿Cuál es el otro? Getter. You can follow me at Twitter. You can follow me at all those platforms. I don't know what else to say. I believe that's it. So I wanted to do this really important report for everybody to know, and I will keep in touch with you guys, keeping up a report on what is happening over there. God bless you all. Stay safe, and like we always say, people, peace and love. because always your country's first. God bless.
Y ya van días y varias semanas.
He hasn't given no response, and it's been days and it's been weeks, and What do you think, Sarah, of this canyon right here?
It's absolutely incredible. I haven't been to Tijuana in a lot of years, and seeing how wide open it is. I mean, I don't know if you could turn the camera around and show everyone just how wide open it is. It's incredible.
Couple of questions.
No.
Rashida, what is your opinion on the massive child trafficking that is happening? Y espero logren su objetivo de la justicia a su país. Luchen por su país. Say the basically fight for your country. Están bloqueando el acceso. ¡Viva! La Policía Federal o la autoridad nos está deteniendo el acceso y nos está deteniendo el paso para poder cruzar hacia el Zócalo, señores.